Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I'm 150 miles north of the Arctic Circle. I'm going to be exploring Alaska's frozen north, hunting ptarmigan and caribou, solo camping without a tent, visiting remote Arctic communities, and exploring some of the most beautiful and inhospitable land in Alaska. Oh. Well, it took me about 14 hours to drive here. It's about negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit out here with the sun shining and there's no wind, and it just feels wonderful. I've never explored this part of Alaska before, and I'm kind of excited to look around. I'm going to try to get on top of that ridge about 2.5 miles away, see what I can see. Whew. It is bright out here. This is all caribou tracks. A herd of caribou was grazing on the lichen under the snow. You look right there, there's a grazing patch, there's a grazing patch. Those tracks look kind of old, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for some caribou. I got my rifle with me. Oh man, tell you what, I'm starting to work up a sweat. Gotta make sure to drink plenty of water before it freezes. Well, let's keep going. Oh, there's some fox tracks. Those are fresh tracks, less than 8 hours old. Yeah, take a little snack break. I got into some loose snow and it's hard going. The condition of the snow changes a lot depending on what side of these little hills you're on. One side could be hard packed and icy, the other side could be very deep, full of powdery snow. I'm trying to pick a path along the hard packed icy snow, but every once in a while I have to go in between two drifts and there's a whole bunch of boggy soft stuff in the bottom, and it's a lot of work to get through. My skis are just sinking way down. I found this old caribou trail, so I'm just skiing over their tracks so I don't sink down as much. It's definitely helping. Well, I'm finally cresting the toe of this mountain and I can get a good view of the entire valley below me. I'm just going to poke my head over the edge and take a look with my binoculars. There's a hill on the other side of this valley and there's about 12 muskox on the top of that hill. It's really cool. You can see tons of caribou tracks up here. I'm going to follow this trail, see where it leads. Normally the wind is howling here in the Arctic, and so the wind will strip the snow off of one side of the hills and dump it on the other. You can see here how there's all this bare rock and grass sticking out. When it's a nice day like today, the animals like to be on the side of the hill with very little snow because they can graze easier and find the grass. So that's where I'm going to be looking. See how the snow's dug out around this rock? The wind hits the rock and it has to speed up to get around the rock, and that scours the snow out. I think there's a fox right up there. There's a red fox right there. He's just sitting down and watching me. I've got him pinned in this little valley so he can't really go anywhere without coming past me. So he's probably just sitting and waiting to see what I could do.
The tabs you open here are also here. Choose Chrome to share tabs across devices.
All right, I think this is where we're gonna build my shelter for the night. Nice little valley. I'm curious how deep the snow is. It's gonna be interesting. I was hoping for hard packed snow so I could build like an igloo type shelter. But instead I'm finding layers of corn snow. This is corn snow. It's just these big crystals. It's like sand. It just has no structural integrity. Sure, I gotta just keep digging and see what's down here. All right, I've dug down to the ground. So this is what we got. We got fluffy stuff down to about here. And then this is pretty good right in here. Corn snow. Around here it gets hard again. We got a big layer of garbage in the middle, big layer of garbage on top. Well, I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna work out, but I don't have a tent in my pack, so I'm gonna build a shelter one way or another. Gonna try to cut as many blocks as we can. Ooh. Gloves are frozen and my fingers with them. I get my fingers working again. I do not like this snow. It is feeling super sketchy. I'm going to try to cut a snow cave into this pile. We'll kind of go in a little bit and see how it goes. go. Got it all cut out and it didn't collapse. Snow tends to firm up once you expose it to the air like this, so if it hasn't collapsed now, it probably won't. I'm a little gun shy about putting my sleeping pad straight on the ground. There's a lot of sticks and twigs poking up, and if one of them stabs my sleeping pad, I'm going to be in trouble. I've had to repair this before. It's not bulletproof, but this emergency bivvy works as a good little protector. I'm not working as hard as I was when I was digging and skiing. It's starting to get a little bit cold. I think I'm going to put my coat on. It is so pretty. It is so deceptively pretty. I got this coat from a gentleman in Sweden who hand makes Inuit parkas from reindeer hide. It's my first trip trying it out, but so far I really like it. All right, well, it's about 6 p.m., so I think it's time to make some dinner. This parka has a little flap in the back. You can sit down on the ice or snow and have a little insulation on your bum. Definitely take advantage of that. I got this liquid fuel stove I like to use in the wintertime. Propane and butane tends to freeze in real cold temperatures, and this thing can run off of kerosene or diesel or unleaded. Gasoline doesn't want to start, it's so cold. There we go. It's like that when it gets really cold. Even gasoline doesn't like to start. Oh, that feels good. I'm gonna melt some snow. I need to melt about 2.5 liters of water. That's gonna take a lot of snow. Oh. Try to soak up that last little bit of sunlight. While that boils, I gotta go ahead and make sure everything's put away. I don't want anything laying in the snow. If the wind picks up in the middle of the night, it can blow 2 or 3 foot snow drifts right on top of all my gear. I'll never be able to find anything. All right. These boots are gonna be really cold in the morning, so I'm gonna pull the liners out and shove them in my sleeping bag to keep them warm. It's gonna get really cold tonight, so if I want to keep my water liquid, I gotta keep it in my sleeping bag. This 2-liter bottle will stay warm for about 6 to 8 hours. Just make sure it's not leaking.
Now you can Airbnb more than an Airbnb, like a chef to cook for you, or a massage for après-ski, or even a yoga teacher to keep you grounded. Homes, experiences, and services, now on Airbnb.
Get a little snack while I wait for dinner. All right, got a piece of Gouda cheese and a date. Gonna melt my cheese in a spoon. Oh, that is so good. Oh, I got some figs in here too. That's looking pretty good. These little dehydrated meals are great, but they're less than half the calories I need. Always got to add something to them. So I'm going to eat mine with pilot bread. If any of your pilot bread gets broken up in your backpack, just crunch that up, add it to your stew. Gonna add a little melted Gouda into my chili. I got a little orange zest herbal tea with a lot of sugar in it. A little sweet treat for myself after dinner. Oh, man, that sun ducked behind the mountain and it's cold already. I would really like for it to not be below -20 though. That would be nice. I don't really want to do -30 or anything stupid. If it gets really cold, it won't kill me or anything. It'll just make me grouchy because I won't get a good night's rest. Let's get this place cleaned up a little. I'm gonna keep my stove out and make sure I got flint and steel by my bed. If it gets really crazy cold tonight, what I'll do is I'll pull out one of my hot water bottles and reboil it and put it back in the bag. There's so many tricks when you're cold. The problem isn't freezing to death. The problem is getting sleep. Oh, I heard a little noise. Heard a little noise off this mountain over here. Looks like there's 2 doll sheep up on those rocky outcrops on that mountain. You know, we got a little bit of sunlight left and got dinner in me. I think I might want to hop up on this hill and see what there is to see. Oh, it sure is pretty. I think I'm gonna just sit around and see what's going on in this valley. And it's so clear and the snow is so fresh, just if there's anything here, you're gonna see it. Dang, is that a ptarmigan? What are you doing out here? There is a ptarmigan just out in the middle of the snow. Out there, way out there. Give you an idea how far away he is. You can see my tracks. He is about twice as far as that hill, just right on the ridge, just right up there. They're almost always around a patch of willows, but this one's just sitting up on the ridge, probably half a mile away. But if I hurry, I can get over there and back before the sun sets. All right, I have to go get my skis on though. All right. About to set a record for the most work ever put in for one ptarmigan. I'm about twice as fast and I don't sink down as much without that sled. I think I'll make some good time. Skiing in my old tracks is a lot easier than breaking trail. Ptarmigan was right on that ridge and he just went down into the valley and I don't think he's seen me yet. So I'm gonna go down, try to sneak right up to the edge of that ravine. Holy mackerel, they just disappeared. And I can't see them, I can't see any tracks, I can't see nothing. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, I have no idea where that ptarmigan went. A nice furry pillow. Well, it's about 10 o'clock. I think it's time to hit the sack. Let's get into bed. If I touch the walls at all, I'll knock snow into my sleeping bag. All right, guys, it's my bedtime. I'm going to sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Oh, it's cold. I'm gonna get my stove fired up and start boiling some water. Gotta retreat back into my bag. All right, this is the rough part. Time to get up and get dressed. Gloves are all dry now. All right, gotta get warm. Looks like it's gonna be another lovely cold day. This is a beautiful spot, but there's just not any animals around. I think I wanna go ahead and move spots. So I'm gonna pack everything up, get it in the sled. See if we can't find someplace better.
Crest Clean Breath neutralizes bacteria for long-lasting, cleaner breath. Get that Crest Clean Breath.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is Taxes.
Gotta do a final look around, make sure I didn't forget anything, make sure I didn't leave any trash. Oh, hello. Now I'm gonna try something out. These are traditional Inuit snow goggles. On a sunny day like today, out in the snow, your eyeballs can get sunburned. It's really painful and it can make you go temporarily blind. It's called snow blindness. And so the Inuits would make these snow goggles to protect themselves. It's just a piece of bone with slits in it. Always wanted to try them out and see how they do. They're actually a bit more comfortable than they look. The cool part though, is that you've got a great field of view down. If you're looking down at your feet or doing something with your hands, you can see it clearly. But if you're looking out over the horizon where the sun is, you got the protection. My biggest problem is I need a prescription pair. It's gonna be hard to see ptarmigan without my glasses. Yeah, there we go. I can see about 8 or 9 caribou sitting on that hill way over there. I gotta think about that. With all my gear, I'm gonna be so slow. I don't think I want to chase after all of those. Oh, it's good to see the car. I did 6 miles and it kicked my butt. I am so tired. I am sore from yesterday, and honestly I didn't sleep that well last night. It's probably a real good thing I didn't go after those caribou I saw. That would have been an additional 4 miles of skiing. Oh, but this adventure isn't over. I still want to go explore a few areas. Pulling into Coldfoot, Alaska to get some food and gas. Man, snow is coming down pretty good.